Okay, I'm back with another video, folks, and today, well, before I get into what I'm gonna say today, I know I talked about in one of my other videos before about finding the missing pieces for my HO scale trains and O scale trains, whether they're engines or like rolling stock or whatever, or even accessories or like buildings and stuff like or action figures, whatever, any of them, you name them, that whether it's for Thomas and Friends or just my regular model trains that are also not related Thomas items, if you can call them that as well. But yeah, but I can't remember if these have been here before, but I actually happened to find, I can't remember if they were sitting here before, but yeah, I happened to find one of the missing pieces for Knapford Station. Yeah, all like the signs and everything for Knapford Station, and I know I'm missing a couple others too and all that. Yeah, that's not for Thomas at all. All right, this is for Thomas, for Knapford Station. There are some things that I still have to find for Knapford Station, and for my Thomas engines too and everything. I mean, there's still a lot that I have to find. Like there's one of them that's still missing and everything, and also it might be hard to see, but oh yeah, right there where I'm pointing, right there is a white piece of paper that I used tape to like lay it down and everything. And why? Because I drew right there and on some other places on Knapford Station and everything. And I think I might explain that in my other videos too and everything. And same thing how I drew on one of my other rolling stocks too and everything. But yeah, at least for most of my rolling stock, I got like the drawing of it, like the Sharpie pen or whatever I drew on it off of it, which I did like Annie and Clairville, the red coaches and the red brake coach, I'd say. Yeah, the red coach, the one red coach, the one red brake coach, and Annie and Clairville. I got the Sharpie pen, which is like the marker or whatever, off of it that I drew over years ago. Yeah, I got that off. And Emily's coach and Emily's brake coach, I got some of it off, though I was able to and everything. But and then the second Henrietta that I have that I'm probably gonna paint into Hannah in the future. Just I won't be able to do her face though. She just won't have a face. That yeah, that me drawing on that's still on there too and everything. But yeah, I was just a kid, folks. I didn't understand how to properly handle model trains because this is what I used to do to my Trackmaster and wooden railway trains. But now that I'm older into model trains, I know a lot better. So yeah, and now I just gotta see if I can just get the paint or whatever, the marker or something like off of like the things that I drew all over years ago. But I'll get to it eventually. And yeah, if I can't get it off, then oh well, because I'm not buying a new one. No, but maybe I will if I can't find the other missing pieces, but I don't know. But mostly not. Whether it's for the ones that I drew all over, or the missing pieces that I can't find. Both of those, that I'm probably not gonna buy another of something that I drew all over or I can't find the missing pieces to. And yeah, but we'll see. But I might though, if I do change my mind, but likely not, folks. Mostly not. All right, so speaking of Knapford Station over here, I just wanted to get into detail that, yeah, so, and I know I said this before, folks, that like when there's like things that Bachmann has already announced or something or whatever, like mid-year announcements or whatever that Bachmann would announce, and then fans would post it all over the place. Like Thomas fans would post it all over the place of their mid-year announcements for Thomas and everything, whether it's HO scale or N scale or whatever. That I know I think I said last year something that or this year, I don't know, or early this year, that they usually, I don't believe in those just yet until they're in the actual like new catalog, new for whatever year it was. Because, but basically, folks, you know what? I'll consider that I believe them now and everything, because it's through Bachmann and everything, and you know what? But I believe in that stuff now. Like the mid-year announcements of Bachmann, I believe in that stuff nowadays. And then, because usually with their mid-year announcements, those are usually the ones that are 100%. Yeah, the mid-year announcements for Thomas and Friends, those ones you can tell are most likely gonna be in the new catalog for like the next year, which the next one will be 2026. So the ones that they announced for the mid-year announcements of Thomas and Friends, HO Scale Bachmann, that those are gonna be in the 2026 catalog. And while those are in the 2026 catalog, that will be seeing some other stuff, like some other new stuff in the catalog too, and everything along with those. So yeah, but yeah, I definitely believe in the mid-year announcements now, folks. I really do. So yeah, but what I can say though is that, yeah, so Nafford Station over here, they're making a redesign of Nafford Station, I see, which but what I'm noticing, folks, is that they're only gonna do like the one station or whatever, like 4 platforms. Like they're only doing, like, as you see right there how it looks, like basically, actually let me go over there actually do it. So all right, so you see, so this is what the current Nafford Station looks like. And yeah, hopefully I can erase what I drew on there and everything. Hopefully I can erase it one day. I'll get to it, because yeah, I'm not spending it. All right, whatever. So as you can see, this is like Nafford Station right here. This is what the original one looks like. And then, so basically I don't know if you guys know what the new one, meaning the redesign, what it looks like. That to me, it looks that it's just like one section. It's just only going to be one of this, like one only, meaning 4 platforms, 2 platforms here, 2 platforms here, and then like the 1 track, or like 3 tracks if you wanted to. But yeah, it's only gonna be like half of it though. It's not gonna be like this or anything, unless they are gonna make it like this. I'm not sure, but to me for now, it's looking like it's just gonna be like 1/2 only. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna end up getting it, folks. I'll probably end up getting it. The redesign of Nafford Station. I'm probably gonna end up getting it, and just like compare them to like the difference and everything, because there's already like a little bit of a difference and everything. Like that red thing right there, it's like it's a different color now and everything. So yeah, but we just gotta see, folks. So yeah, and then the other thing. So besides the redesign of Nafford Station being announced on the mid-year announcements of Bachmann for the HO Scale Thomas line of Bachmann, now this one is my all-time favorite. Oh my god, folks, I can't even tell you how hyped up I am for this. The Flying Scotsman. The Flying Scotsman. Like, we are actually getting the Flying Scotsman. Like, can this get any better? I'm just so happy. Cause folks, so I wake up out of bed. I'm going through Instagram and I follow the Instagram that I follow is Thomas and Friends merchandise news. And they're the Thomas and Friends account that like posts is like everything about like the merchandise or whatever, and they even post about like like Bachmann product too for Thomas and all, like the scales that Bachmann and like Lionel have to offer, and with like old scale too and everything. And same thing with the newer Trackmaster stuff for like the CGI line. That no, so basically, so I wake up one day, I open up Instagram, right? I see Thomas and Friends merchandise news. They share that they made a new post or something, and when I open it up, I see that there's the two announcements that were part of the mid-year that were part of the mid-year announcements for Bachmann, and yeah, I saw the redesign for Nafford Station and then Flying Scotsman, but they were both on the same page. And as soon as I saw Flying Scotsman, folks, I just froze in shock. I was frozen for like 25 seconds. Like 25 seconds, I couldn't even move a muscle because that's how shocked I was. I didn't even think they were ever gonna make Flying Scotsman because I thought they were gonna do Nia first, then Hero, and then possibly Flying Scotsman after Hero. Like basically 2026, like the year 2026, I thought they were gonna do Nia in 2026, then Hero in 2027 or 2028, and then maybe if they were gonna do Flying Scotsman, I would have thought they would probably have done Flying Scotsman in 2030, which is like 5 years from now. I would have thought they were gonna do it in like 5 years from now, but no, because Hero is one of my other picks too. One of my predictions to for Bachmann to make and everything, and Nia is too. Well, Nia I have as an easy prediction because it's so obvious they're gonna make her in the next couple years. But yeah, but Hero was more my big time pick and everything. So yeah, and same thing with Flying Scotsman. Flying Scotsman was also my big prediction too and everything, but I'm just still so surprised that they're actually doing it like in spring of 2026. I'm like bro, I'm like shaking right now. I'm just so happy. Like for Bachmann to like do Flying Scotsman like in 2026, but knowing Bachmann, it'll probably likely. I'm thinking, well, look, folks, I know how Bachmann can be in the USA, but I guarantee maybe like by late spring 2026, we'll start seeing the samples of it, Flying Scotsman, and same thing with like the redesign or remake of Nafford Station, whatever you want to call it, and then by fall or winter of 2026, we'll see the fully painted sample of Flying Scotsman and the redesigned of Nafford Station, and then probably by maybe spring or summer or fall of 2027, we will see and they will be available. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, folks, I collect everything and I don't have to explain myself because you guys already know. And yeah, just like how I don't have to explain myself with this, but yeah, one day I'm gonna try to like see if I can like scrape this like writing off of here and everything where the tape is, but I have to take the tape off first and then scrape off the the marker and see if I can get it off. And if I can't get it off, oh well, it is what it is. I just gotta live with it the rest of my life. Because rather I either, well, if I can't, well, if I can't scrape off or delete or erase the marker underneath that white paper or whatever, if I can't do that, then yeah, I'm not buying another one. But unless if I change my mind, that's one thing. I mean, actually, if I do change my mind, then it's rare if I change my mind and want to buy a new one. And B, if I do not find the missing pieces for all my other trains, and that means I might have thrown them away for either HO scale or O scale, Thomas and Friends or not Thomas and Friends, which are the regular model trains, and HO scale or O scale for the rolling stock or engines, whatever, or even the figurines too, or meaning that action figures or figures, whatever you want to call them, accessories, sceneries, whatever. That it's B, all right, and B, it's those that I just said. It's the same thing. Like if I can't find the missing pieces, then I definitely threw them away, and I'm not rebuying those as well. I'm not rebuying those items as well that I already have. I'm not rebuying the items that I already have, folks. Even the parts that are missing to it. But if I do change my mind, then yeah, I change my mind, then I buy a new one of something that I have that the pieces are missing to and everything, or parts, whatever, that I can't find or whatever, that I might have accidentally thrown out, then hey, then I do. But mostly A and B that I mentioned, that I'm not rebuying them at all. And I know I mentioned it a lot of times, but yeah, we just see what happens, folks. But mostly I'm not rebuying anything that I already have. Rather, I drew on something that I can't even erase it or whatever, and B, I can't find the missing pieces that I might have accidentally threw away. Like, one of those two ways that I'm not rebuying anything that I already have, that something that I drew on that I can't erase or it's hard to get off, and B, a missing piece or a part, whatever, that's missing to something that I already have of a train or whatever. So yeah, unless for both of those reasons I do change my mind and rebuy something that I already have, then I do, but mostly not though. But I could change my mind, folks, but mostly not. So yeah. Okay, alright, I will stop mentioning that too. And yeah, if I can't, basically, yeah, anything that I drew on with my model trains or sceneries or whatever though, for HO scale, O scale, or sceneries for both HO scale and O scale, rather they're Thomas or not Thomas, which are the regular model trains, that if I can't erase what I drew on years ago, then I'm not going to rebuy that. And if I can't find the missing pieces or like the parts to something or whatever, then like the engines, rolling stock, a Thomas and Friends or not Thomas and Friends that are regular model trains, HO scale or O scale, if I can't find the missing pieces, then those are the ones that I might have accidentally threw away, and I'm not rebuying those at all of something that I already have. Even the missing parts or pieces, to them I'm not buying either. So I don't want to waste my money that way. But yeah, most likely I'm not rebuying anything that I already have. Whether it's something I drew on and it's something that I has a missing part or a piece that I might have accidentally threw away years ago. Because those two reasons, I'm not rebuying any of that unless I change my mind and want to. unless I change my mind and I want to, then don't mind me. But most importantly, not rebuying any of those at all, because look at all the new Bachmann stuff that we have coming out. Like Stanley is now available. I'm just waiting. I mean, I don't want to get Stanley. I don't want to get Stanley off of eBay. I rather wait till he's available on Train World to get Stanley. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to get Stanley until he's available on Train World, and then yeah, I still have to get what else? I still have to get the what is it? Oh yeah, the other action figure pack that I do not have, the narrow gauge personnel. I have all 5 of these. I just do not have this one yet. Just that one I'm missing. So yeah, I still have to get that one as it's available right now. And then let's see. Alright, pretty much all of these that I have except that and that, and that. Alright, and this doesn't count at all, alright? These are just couplers, so it doesn't count. And yeah, I know I explained to and everything. Doesn't matter how the couplers are on the edges or what, though. You see Paxton right there has this long thing or whatever, and Toby does not. But yeah, it goes like that for the rolling stock, and the engines for Thomas and Friends at HO scale. It doesn't matter how the couplers are. So yeah. Whoops. And also, folks, oh yeah, yes, so yeah, so these are now out too, alright? So these are now available, but it's only these 2, I think, because I know that when I went on Train World, but I did not get them yet though, but there was only 2 out of the 3 that were available on trainworld.com, and then I went on eBay and I saw, all right, that all 3 of them are available on eBay. So I think these ones I'm gonna end up getting on eBay because I rather get these 3 at the same time. Then it's a fair way to do an unboxing that way. Just like the last time how I did these separately and got them separately, because when it comes to something like this, I rather do them like together. Just like when these ones come out in the future, I don't know when these ones are coming out in the future, but these ones I'm gonna get at the same time together, these 3 together. And same thing with these, when I get these 2 I'm getting at the same time. And yeah, and I still do not have these 2. What else was I gonna say too, folks? But yeah, no, it's just that Bachmann's got so much that's coming out and everything though. And oh yeah, and there's still, I saw on Thomas Tuesday, the last one that they did, they showed the full painted samples of these. I think they look spectacular. They look awesome, and I cannot wait to get these 2 when they become available. And as you see, there's the 80th anniversary logo right there, and same thing right there too. So yeah, these 2 are going to, yeah, both of these are going to be limited editions, like limited time. And yeah, I really hope that. But yeah, no, I definitely got to keep an eye out on both the 80th anniversary I got to keep an eye out on both the 80th anniversary box cars, because they're going to be limited time. And yeah, so also, what else? Everything else that I talked about before, I know what I had to say, but yeah, and I won't say again. So yeah, I cannot wait for DCC Thomas and Percy. I'm so excited for those ones too. But yeah, I just that's what else I forgot to say. Oh, and there's the 80th anniversary logo too for this set. And folks, for the Thomas and Friends 80th anniversary set, man, I'm not gonna lie, folks, I'm really disappointed that they're not doing this set. And Matt Stern from Bachmann, the last Thomas Tuesday that I watched, I remember when he said that the reason why they're not going to do this set at all, because I think something that's going on with the tariffs, I think, or however you say it, like something's going on, and then I think by the time they get the tools or like items or like pieces or parts or whatever to make this come to life, I think by the time they get the things that are needed for this set, that I don't think they're gonna get them till like late of 2025 this year or early 2026. That they would probably not be able, that they're not gonna like get it in time or something. So, and this would have been a limited time only, that they were gonna sell only this year or next year, because it's to represent the 80th anniversary. But I think they were only going to sell it this year for a limited time because of the 80th anniversary. But since what's going on with the tariffs and everything, that they weren't able to get everything that they wanted or whatever for this, so that's why they canceled it. And yeah, but look at that. I mean, but the only thing that I wish that Bachmann did for this HO set was, I mean, I know they make the faces like that all the time for all the Thomas stuff that they make for the Thomas engines. I know they use those faces right there, but even right there too. But I just wish that if Bachmann was going to if this set was going to be available, that the only one thing I wish Bachmann would have done, just only for this was to put the Railway Series face, which is the OG face, right there, just for this set only, to represent the 80th anniversary, and then go back to the regular faces that they always use. But nope, they ended up sticking with the original face though. And I know it's really hard to see, but I see that they painted like the number 1 like a little bit bigger and everything, and the buffers are different too. And then the rolling stock right there, and right there and there. Wait, why do I feel that's the same exact thing as, hold on, why do I feel that's the same exact rolling stock as this one right here? Or you know what, maybe it's a little lighter, I don't know. Oh yeah, I think that's lighter. Yeah, it looks like they're reusing the brown cargo wagon, and then that gray ventilated box van, and then this brake van right here. Well, I don't remember at all seeing a brake van separately sold like this from Bachmann, so this is a first right here that would have been only available in this set, that you could only get in this set only. But yeah, that would have been cool, but yeah, I was gonna get this set anyways, folks, because like I said, I collect everything. Alright, I know I said it before, I collect every single Thomas item, and I don't miss a single item. Whether it's my favorite item or it's not, or my favorite character or not my favorite character, I just collect everything. So yeah, folks. So yeah. But in one way though, it's cool how they're throwing this back all the way to the Railway Series and everything. It's really cool how they're doing that. But folks, honestly, folks, I'm not gonna lie, I'm more excited for Flying Scotsman than this. I mean, I was excited for this and everything, but not as excited as I am for Flying Scotsman though. So yeah, all right. So yeah, that is that, folks. Alright. So I said everything that I had to say, and yeah, alright, that's it for today's video, folks. Leave a like and subscribe. Peace out.